Thank you for checking out Real Talk Personal Finance. Shit's about to get real. Cash Flow King with you today. And today on the Get Your Money Right segment, tax folder. You guys are getting off the hook super fucking easy this week, okay? This is something that we do every year. It's super simple. Anybody can do it, but I guarantee you most people are not doing this. So it's January, right? You're going to start getting things, if you haven't already, in the mail. You're going to get some 1099s. Maybe you get a 1099 INT for your interest income on your savings accounts that earned more than $10 last year. Maybe you're getting your W-2 from your employer. There's documents that are going to start coming in for tax time. And instead of frantically scrambling or whatever when it's time to go see your tax advisor, assuming you have one, it's a lot easier just to make a folder. So every year we just have a plain vanilla folder that says, whatever, for this year it'll be 2023 tax documents received. Something comes in and it goes right in the folder, right? And we do a couple other things after that, so for example, if it's something that we need to send to our CPA, and I don't have an electronic copy, I can scan it in, I can upload it to the portal, and then usually I'll kind of group things together with a paper clip and a little sticky note that says, already scanned and uploaded, or need to be scanned, or whatever the case is. If you take, your document somewhere down to like whatever those places, H&R Block or whatever, and normally, you're kind of scrambling to get your stuff together, just make a folder, make it now, and as your documents are coming in, simply put them in that folder. You'll have everything in one place. If you want to further subdivide, like I just described, once the documents are in there, that's great. But at least you'll know that's your one go-to place. It's going to have all your tax documents that you're going to need to provide your tax advisor, or if you're doing your own taxes, to use yourself when you are preparing your return. That's it. Super simple. Get your money right. All you need to do is take a plain vanilla folder, or if you're feeling funky and you got some colors, grab a color folder, grab a fucking permanent marker with glitter in it for all I care, whatever works for you, right? And just set that up so that every time you check your mail and you have tax docs that come in, they go right in the folder and you know exactly where they are. Some people might use a crazy shoebox or whatever, but this is something that has worked for us. And then, of course, once your taxes are filed, if you want to save this information in an archive. So like we have I keep receipts for everything, right? So I have a little accordion, I call it. It's a little plastic, accordion that has several different slits in it for every month. I have personal receipts, and people think I'm crazy. My wife thinks I'm crazy. We went to, I think it was Starbucks today, and they said, "Do you want a receipt?" And she said, "No, that's okay." I was like, "Wait, what?" Right? No matter what, I'm just in the habit of getting a receipt for everything. And normally what I do on the personal accordion is every year I go through it and just make sure, right? Whether it's something that maybe you bought some clothing you needed to return, exchange a size on, or some transaction got goofed up and you had to submit a dispute or whatever, you have a place to go back and get your documentation for your receipts. And once a year, I go through all the personal receipts, and anything that wasn't needed that I don't think will be needed anytime soon, that simply gets shredded and you move on. And if you do need it, I have a little separate indentation for every single month, so I can quickly go in there and get what I need, and it doesn't take me all that long to find it. So that's on the personal side. And then there's another accordion we use on anything that is going to be tax deductible or something that's going to potentially come up that's tax related. So for example, we've done episodes on this, I'm sure we'll do others on health savings accounts, right? And those of you that have listened to those episodes know how I feel about those in terms of using them. That's what they're for, right? And so anytime I have a health bill come in, even if, and it sounds crazy, even if I go to the pharmacy and I have a prescription that's less than $1, it's literally not that much at all, I will still reimburse myself for those expenses. I will print out, my HSA provider emails me sort of a confirmation, if you will, every time there's a disbursement from the account. and I will print that out and I will staple it to the receipt, in this case, this example from the pharmacy, and that will go in its own separate accordion for tax purposes. So that when I get the 1099 that's related to HSA distributions, right, and I generally put together a little spreadsheet and upload it to our CPA, I'm able to account for everything, and everything's in there. If there is a book that I purchased that is, say, real estate investment related, that's going to be a deduction, or whatever the case is, there we have our own little file folder accordion type thing. It's a little bit bigger than the one we use for personal receipts, but anything that is tax related, tax deductible, whatever, goes in that little accordion folder. So when you're done with the tax documents you've received that are in your tax folder that we're talking about right now, that has been recently created, what we then do is personal receipts, again, go through and typically shred them all, right? Take out if you need anything, and then I shred them. And then on the accordion side, any supporting documentation gets filed and gets lumped into that tax folder with those tax documents, and then that gets saved once we print out a final copy of the return, and everything gets archived. So you can set it up and do it however you want to do it. Everybody has their own little system, but for sure, at this time of the year when tax documents are coming in, you're getting 1099s, maybe you're getting K1s, you're getting W2s, whatever. Put them all in a folder so you have them in its own place. So that's it. Today, this week is super simple. Create a tax folder, know where it is, and as your tax documents are coming in, try to stay organized. I promise you it will make your life a whole lot simpler if you can do that. Hopefully you're already doing that, but maybe you're not. So again, if you are, great, check the box. But once again, as I always say, you probably know somebody else that's not doing that. So feel free to share this tip with them if you think it would be helpful. Send the episode to them if you think it would be helpful. And that's all I have for you guys today. Super simple. So we will see you in the next episode.
Check the mic and make sure it sound right, boys.